I was maybe 11 years old when good old Stephen and his friends invited me to stay at his house for his birthday. It was my first sleepover, and being the social retard I was at that age, I thought it would be perfectly acceptable to bring my teddy bear with me, thus earning me the wonderful name of Bender. Oh, it was a wonderful night indeed. I was treated to an onslaught of kid-friendly games like We're Not Sleeping Tonight, punching each other in the dark for no reason, throwing 2 litre full bottles of Coke at each other, also in the dark. But my absolute personal favourite, whoever falls asleep gets covered in ketchup and wheezed to bed, the old hand in warm water gag. Have a guess who fell asleep first? Stephen and his friends, they were a little older than me. Most of them had already made their minds up about me anyway after seeing the teddy bear. They didn't like me, but it was okay. This was all in the name of good fun. I just happened to be making a target of myself for being too innocent, I guess. The one good thing that I came away with that night was that I had seen them all take turns playing a game called Resident Evil 2. I thought to myself, oh wow, that game looks really great. They had an Exploder cheat cartridge in the back of their PlayStation and they used it to unlock all the weapons. This looks fun, I thought. I'll have to check it out. So a few weeks after that I went to my local video quest and I rented it. But the atmosphere, the zombies, the horror and the horrible tank controls was simply too much for me to handle at once. The zombies all came for me. I didn't know what to do. I got overwhelmed and before I knew it, I was dead. This was the first real scare I ever got from a video game. And this was only the first part of the game. I didn't dare try again. That parental sticker was there for a reason. This game was horrifying. It wouldn't be until another group of friends got their hands on that game that I started to get to grips with it. Every time we hung out we played through it together, getting a little further each time until it became second nature. I got better and better at it until it didn't faze me anymore. But man, I'll never forget that feeling. Apart from 2, 3 and 4, remakes included, I have never completed the other games because I'm still too afraid. I can watch horror films all day long and they won't scare me. I've done countless playthroughs of The Last of Us 1 and 2, virtually unfazed, but whatever it is about the Resident Evil series, unless somebody is willing to sit with me in the room while I play, I just can't play them on my own. That anxiety I felt the first time I died is still there, and that's a testament to what these games are all about. They do their job at scaring the shite out of you very well. In Resident Evil 2 you play as 2 characters. A rookie police officer named Leon S. Kennedy and a woman named Claire Redfield. Both have just arrived into town, each for their own reasons. For Leon, it's his first day at a new precinct. As for Claire, she's in town to find her brother, who's also an officer. The two find themselves in the middle of a zombie outbreak and must navigate their way out of the city, but not together, no. That would only make sense. No, for most of this adventure they spend their time apart, navigating their way through the Raccoon City Police Department, various sewer systems, and eventually find their way to the heart of the corporation that caused the outbreak in the first place, Umbrella. The game is absolutely packed with content. There are multiple scenarios, weapons and more to unlock, but unless you have one of those cheat cartridges like the Exploder, you'll have to complete the game in a timely manner and earn a high rank to unlock all the good stuff. Each character starts out with a pistol, but you pick up various weapons along the way. There's a grenade launcher, shotgun, bow gun, giant Uzi and more, but if you have the skills you can unlock the rocket launcher and the Gatling gun. All of these weapons are fun, but then there's the fucking knife. The knife in Resident Evil 2 is the most useless weapon I've ever used in a video game, period. It barely works, it does fuck all damage, it may as well be a fucking butter knife. I'd honestly be better off walking around with a fucking rolled up newspaper than this fucking thing. And it's the same in nearly every game in the series. The developers figured out how guns worked, but a fucking knife seems like a foreign concept to them. But hey, let's see how far I can get with it, because why not? Everyone else seems to be doing it and this is a new channel and I need all the help I can get. By the way, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment, it'll help me out quite a bit. Now I've completed Resident Evil 2, I don't know how many times, but I actually do wonder how far I can get with just a knife. I'm not a speedrunner, but I am reasonably okay at this game, so I don't actually think I'll run into a problem until I get to the hallway near the dark room. I think I'll be able to dodge my way around easily enough, so fuck it, let's give it a shot. The key to these types of runs is just to pretend you're invisible and memorise where everyone is. Right up until the police station, even with weapons, I never bother wasting bullets, so this won't be too bad. I know this first section like the back of my hand, this is absolutely no problem. But we are going to run into a bit of an issue after Freeze, who are you, what are you doing here man, talks to us. Just to show you I'm serious, I'm going to put my knife as my main weapon. I'll get the pistol out of my hand.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My fuck, listen to all that again. Right, so we're just going to get on with it, right? There's no reason to hang around this spot because all there is bullets. Normally, because I'm using a pistol, I usually just shoot these lads through the fence because, it's hard enough to get by them without taking any like bit of damage. But what choice have I got? I have a fucking knife. I tried hitting them through the fucking fence. Doesn't do fuck all. I mean, it would only make sense, wouldn't it? Just come up like in The Walking Dead, you just like poke them through the fucking fence. But no, that only makes sense. So yeah, I had to take I had to take a few hits here. Oh, fuck it. Up the rat. This area can be a little bit awkward here because if you're not quick enough, the first zombie will get you. So you've got to get up over the trash bin, get to the other side, and run. Usually I take a hit, but I got pretty lucky here. Here I always find it's best to let your one grab onto you because you can crush your head. But usually I shoot this guy, but what can you do? Like, try to use the knife, it's fucking useless. So yeah, gotta get on with it. And these lads out here, they're usually easy to navigate around, but honestly I was a bit nervous. I was a bit out of practice, so I didn't really know the pathway to get around them. So I ended up taking, I think, a few hits here as well. But what can you do? Yeah, this fucker got me. But yeah, if you end up getting through this whole spot without picking up any items whatsoever, there's two routes you can take into the precinct. There's you can go straight across the park like I do here, but you can also go underground, and the zombie of Brad Vickers will be there, and he'll have a key for like extra costumes and stuff. It's only on normal mode, but just a little bit of useless info I have. So yeah, we get to the police station. I'm gonna go pick up a herb here because yeah, caution, not taking any chances. So the first thing you gotta do when you get to the Raccoon City Police Department is to go talk to Will Smith. He should be in the second room on the left. Myself and my friends, we didn't know the lore of this game, and we didn't know this guy's name either. So like, we rounded it off to the closest thing we had, and Will Smith's Miami was all over the TV at the time. So this guy, he's even got the Philly fade. So this was Will Smith. We just called him Will Smith. We find Will Smith in quite the situation. He's all injured and fucked up, but you know Leon says, yeah. I'm gonna come back for you. I'm gonna be right back for you. But he never bothers his arse. Like, but sure. What can you do in that situation? Just gotta keep going. So Will Smith is all mangled on the floor 1 minute, but the minute you leave, he's able to get up and lock the fucking door, which I always thought was fucking strange. But anyway, you have to go to the computer, and you've got to unlock the doors in the hallway. The left and right doors at the entrance unlock, but I always go from left to right as I navigate through the police station. Is what you're supposed to do, really. So let's get on with it, hey. So look, this isn't a speed run. This isn't I die once and it's over. There's gonna be a lot of dying and retrying, a lot of vlogging and respawning, dying and retrying. Maybe that was a better name for the channel, but fuck it, we're here now, aren't we? So yeah, just to show you, there's no turning back. I'm gonna put the pistol and everything else in the chest, and we're gonna move forward with just a fucking knife, just a knife, no turning back. So our next kind of issue is probably the liquor monster, but not really. I mean, you can kind of dodge your way by him, and that's what I attempt to do here anyway. There's a green herb on the ground that I wish I picked up, but what can you do? You just gotta go. Just got nature the fucking course, par for the course. Hey, just gotta stop in here and get a fucking ruby out of the fucking wall. Like, you don't really get any clues unless you're willing to like pick up every journal and meticulously look through every fucking journal and notepad and everything. You're not gonna figure this out unless you just literally scan the walls and hit X at fucking everything, which is what we kind of did back then. So like, if you've played this game before, you know that you're supposed to like look at the painting, get your lighter and light the fire, but how the fuck are you supposed to figure that out? Like if you're stuck in a game these days, it's so easy, it's ridiculous. Like all you have to do is go onto YouTube and watch somebody else figure it out, and that's it. But back in the day, I mean, the internet wasn't what it was. Like we didn't have internet at home. You had to go to an internet cafe, and you would get like a guide from cheapplanet.com or something like that, and it'd be pages. You'd be printing off pages and looking through them to try and figure out what to do next. So the part that I was dreading the most turned out to be a piece of piss. It was very easy to get by the zombies in the hallway here. I thought for sure, because of the narrowness of the hallway, I was going to be kind of sandwiched and be overcome. So before I head to the RPD office, I've got to move these statues around and get the jewel out of the main statue. Those jewels will come in handy for a different puzzle later on. So yeah, it's on to the RPD office now. There's some zombies in the hallway here, and I thought to be a problem, but I was quick enough. I got by them. There's no point in using the knife most of the time because it really is it really is that useless. Like so, the only things we need in here, because we're not going to get the shotgun or anything else. The only thing we need is the unicorn medal and an aid spray. But this is the first part. This is the first situation where you run into Claire.
Leon!
It's good to see you're still among the living.
Now, I always found this bit of the game confusing, right? Because Leon's like, there's no point in us hanging around any longer. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here. And Claire just goes, yeah, okay, fair enough. But like, that's not what I'd be saying at all. If I was Claire, you know what I'd be saying? I'd be like, no, that's actually a fucking terrible idea. We're not doing that. No, are you mad? There's zombies everywhere, and there's an inside outlaw climbing the walls. No. I think we should stick together. That way, if anything happens to each other, we have each other's backs. That way, we're not screwed. But no, that would have only made sense, I guess. Now I've got to make my way back to the main hall, but not before getting ate by one of these cunts. But yeah, I'll speed this along. So I have to get by this liquor fella again, but there's a way that you can move. If you just like tippy tap the controller, you can move along and he won't detect the movement. Unless of course you end up in his line of sight, but yeah, I figured if I moved really slowly I could just kind of edge my way around the corner, but he dropped from the floor and I panicked, so I just ran. And I ran into the wall as well because I was, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, you gotta make your way back into the main hall, stick the unicorn medal into the statue, and out pops the precinct key. So yeah, I get the precinct key here, and I figured I should save here and, not push my luck. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave it here and I'll pick it up for another video. So guys, thanks very much for watching. If you like this playthrough type video, please be sure to give me a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're brand new here and I'm trying to get it off the ground. So thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.